Okay, so I am a little pissed off. Just a little. I mean, it's like for a long stretch of time. Um, Basically, I'm just struggling to understand why so many people feel like judgment is like the way to go, you know? I mean, not like it's let me explain this. Okay. It's like we judge people so overly harshly to the point where we can't allow for even a semblance of like mistakes in humanity. And it's like, I guess to a sensitive person, it feels very, very uncomfortable. Like, like I'm already magnifying like myself and like my mistakes. I already feel like very empathetic, empathetic towards people when I have no idea over like what they go through, been through, or whatever. The things that they've done. Like I can't just like look at somebody and say like, oh, you're a bad person because you did this thing, or um, well, certainly there are certain cases like there's certain ways where we definitely need to ensure that we're looking into our actions and seeing if they are for our highest good, um, and working towards. That's how I feel. It's like working towards better every day, all the time, as much as we can. Um, but I feel like in this journey, we are lacking grace sometimes. I mean, sometimes, lots of times, I guess. I guess unless it's like specifically you know the person in your mission. All right, lost my shoe, my little slipper. Um, but yeah, it's just because like it feels very harmful. We're lacking the ability to see things objectively, I guess. Um, like I see it a lot with people just not really understanding where people are coming from, even if like the mistake, like they'll think like, oh, why would they make this mistake? I would never do that. Like yeah, maybe you'd never do that, like, but maybe this person, you know, grew up differently or understands things differently, or maybe they did it on purpose. I don't know. You can't say all of the motives based on like one thing, or I'm telling, like, the general population are not psychologists, so like for them to like go and like them, us, we, I guess, all of us, I have to include myself, I cannot. That's the thing, like group thinking, thinking yourself outside of things, like I'm a part of this too. Because it happens, we're all human. But I think we do need to be more mindful of this aspect of us, because it's preventing us from really connecting with each other and growing ourselves. Because you get so defensive when somebody else, you know, it's like, oh, why did you do that, and blah blah blah, and then you're alienating them, they're alienating you. It's just, overall, this is not a fun time that we are going through. Like, and then it's on a grander scale because of like the internet and such, like the massive witch hunts that happen and like the threats over things. Like, it's crazy, it's insane. Like, because you don't know the people who are like doing these things. Um, so it brings that heightened sense of like, oh my gosh, like what could happen to me if like, you know, you're put in this situation. But yeah, that's, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I'm like jumping all over. I have no. I just set the camera down to record. Um, Maybe eventually I'll make a better video. But right now, we're just going through thoughts. So I guess especially I see this a lot in like people with disabilities, disabled people, whatever you like to call them. It's whatever, I guess. But I guess I would kind of consider myself falling into the spectrum, because there's people who you can clearly see, you clearly understand, but there's people who you're not quite getting, you're not quite understanding what's going on with them, or yeah. And the ones who you're not quite understanding get the most crap from anybody. I don't know, it's just like it's terrible. Like, you can't really help that as much as you want to, or maybe, you know, you've gotten over like, this is just who I am kind of thing. It's like you're not falling in line with like the general population standards of like how to do things or how to behave, whatever, to where you're alienated even more. It sucks. It's just, I think because I hold this standard so highly and I try to live it, it does make me angrier, because being a generally nice person who like works to understand people is not a common thing. So people are so defensive, people are so quick to assume or sabotage or whatever, and it's just like, you guys, like, calm down, chill out. Like, this, maybe utopia is not like the full scale of it is attainable, but we can work towards achieving more. So it's like the fact that we're still choosing like, oh well, it's not a thing like right now, so I'm gonna have to like work through this system or whatever, do this all the time forever. I don't know, it's like, well, obviously we're not gonna make things better. In fact, we're gonna make things worse if we keep having those mindsets. And so I don't know, as humans, I mean, as any animal or whatever species, anything goes through cycles. So like, I haven't really been keeping up with like astrology that way, but like, this is the it's like, it's a turning point. We're seeing so much like coming out and coming to fruition, like just this daily life. I don't know, seeing how like the daily interactions have affected us through longer periods of time. Like those little thought bubbles or little things end up like winding up to like bigger and bigger things. We're making laws out of countries, and it's just like those mindsets have become reality. And so like, you have to be, hey, I might need another intermission. Okay, mindsets. No clue. Basically just like, I think what we can do better is listen to understand where people are coming from, and work on our communication skills. And what I mean by that is like, oh my gosh. Anyway, hold on. Listening to understand is basically just, you know, you're trying to understand where the person's coming from. You can't really, the thing is, you can't change someone's mind without understanding their mind first, if that's the goal that you want to go for. But like, you have to understand where people are coming from in order to really get them to where you want them to go, or where you think, like, and you also have to be mindful that not your path isn't always the correct path for them. You can lay out specifics like this. Hey, this happened for me. This worked for me. This is how I do it. The baseline, like, we all have generally the same needs, just like in different ways, different flavors. So like one method won't work for another person or something that works for you. But making sure that they understand the need that they have, whatever, and learning how to, and I know we don't have to go and put the focus of like growing other people, but at the very least understanding it is helpful, I believe. And allowing room for them to grow, because some people grow better along with people, some people grow better by themselves. It's just, and many different ways. I don't know. Because I'm an astrologer, growing astrologer, whatever, I see more of like the differences in how these things work, and like you're not fixed to what you are, but it does very much influence how you behave. So knowing where you're coming from is going to help get you to where you want to go. And knowing where other people are coming from too. It's important. We could solve a lot of conflicts if we were just a lot more available to our emotions. I don't know what I'm gonna say. If that makes sense, like clock that, I don't know. But we could just be more kumbaya. I don't know. Also, like the environment stuff. I should probably make a whole another video about like environment stuff, because this is this long, and I was not thinking it was gonna be this long. But always, somehow, I actually have things to say, so that's cool. Ooh, I really do want to talk about the environment. Okay, intermission again. So my cat likes to be in and out of my room, but I like to have my door closed, and so this is the compromise. So what am I saying? Oh, the environment. Try to be quick. The video runs out. I don't know how much space I have on my... Anyway. When I say that now, it's like, oh, now I don't really want to talk. Okay, we'll just end it here. Cool. Alright, I hope your day's going good. I'm probably gonna, if I can, make another video. I don't know, actually I have to think of the time. But yes, that's... Work on yourselves. Focus, pay attention. Look at astrology, please. Like, it's so cool. I don't know, at least try. Like, look at me begging you. I don't know. Fix your life. Whatever. It means nothing to me. It means everything. It means like a lot of things for me. Like, I want that peaceful utopia. I want all the good things to happen in life. Like, peace, love, and happiness. I don't know what words. Go fuck yourself. Go fix yourself. Bye, bitches. Okay, bye. Oh, no.